I wanted to be the guy talking to him and interviewing him. This genuine appreciation and curiosity about their skill set has led to a lifetime of interacting with some of the most talented athletes in the history of sports. I've been able to ask questions that people have wanted to ask themselves, and I was paid to do it. One of the best parts of my job has been the variety I've had. I've always been interested in a lot of different things, and I've had the chance to do many of those. Some broadcasters, well, they just do play-by-play, and others will only focus on one particular sport, and that's fine. But I've been in all kinds of roles in all different sports. I've reported the sports news of the day behind a desk, and I've also been a sideline reporter watching it happen in real time. I've interviewed players in the sanctuary of a studio, and have also run after them on a field. I've been the pregame, postgame host. I've done play-by-play, but here's the thing. This book, it isn't all about me. It's the story of a journey through 6 decades of sports. A journey that starts with a kid who found his way through childhood by dreaming of becoming a broadcaster on the radio talking about sports. This dream brought him face to face with the greatest athletes of all time. It took him to the Masters and the Super Bowl and the World Series and so many other major games, but it also brought him to witness other incredible events. An earthquake at the World Series, a bombing at the Olympics, the death of a NASCAR driver at the Daytona 500, and the OJ Simpson double murder trial. This book is about those moments and many more. I happen to be the one person that was right in the middle of it all, and I'm privileged to tell you about it. Everybody has a story. For those exceptional few who get to play in professional sports of any kind, those athletes put under the bright lights and the cameras and the public eye, people have so many questions for them. We all want to get to know these star competitors. We want to see what makes them tick, what makes them triumph. What do they do when they lose? I've been able to ask those questions. I've asked them for myself out of curiosity. I've asked them for my network. I've asked them for colleagues and for fellow athletes. But most of all, I asked them for the audience, for the viewers, for you. Everybody has a story, and this one's mine. This book isn't the life necessarily of Chris Myers. It's the life experience he's had along the way. It's about the greatest athletes and the greatest games. It's about winning and losing. It's about life and death. But most of all, it's about finding meaning in some of sports' greatest moments. Chapter 1, Swinging on a Star. Most of us in our high school years are trying to find our way. I found mine at age 16, shortly after humanities class. Hey, Chris, we need you to go over to the Fontainebleau Hotel tomorrow afternoon to interview Muhammad Ali. Get your tape recorder ready. My boss at WKAT Radio in Miami, he knew he didn't have to ask me twice. Sonny Hirsch was the sports director at the station and hosted Sportsline. For years, he did play-by-play for Miami football, basketball, baseball games. He had kind of a folksy, friendly style, and eventually he'd become a legend, calling the football national championships and baseball national titles won by the Miami Hurricanes. His 2-hour show came on every weekday evening. Since he wasn't always able to get out of the studio for interviews, Sonny sometimes asked me to go talk to a coach or an athlete. And I answered, I can go right after school, I told him. I'll get some quotes. And Sonny gave me kind of a wide smile. Show the other guys who's boss. I've been working at WKAT in Miami for over a year, starting as a board operator until Sonny gave me my first big break. He allowed me to host a college football scoreboard show, and even though the job only paid $25 a day, I loved it. I mean, being on the radio was something I had always dreamt about. After hosting my own call-in sports talk show, I took over for Sonny as sports director when I was 19 years old. My very first interview was Miami Dolphin linebacker Bob Matheson. Even though I was nervous, Matheson was kind, answered questions the same way he would have done with any sports reporter. I was becoming a little more confident with each interview. Matheson was part of the Miami Dolphins' no-name defense in their perfect season. Get Ali to say something about George Foreman, Sonny said. He always has something to say about George. Sonny was an old-school sports guy, kind of sarcastic, knowledgeable, opinionated. He showed tough love while educating me about the business. He also gave me an opportunity that people rarely got, especially one like this. Of course, I didn't realize how incredible an opportunity this would be. I knew about Muhammad Ali. He was a boxer.